A girl refused to get married. Her father built a yaranga tent for her to dwell with a husband, but all the same, she did not allow any man to approach her. It happened that at one time the daughter requested her father, "Will you please make me a deep wooden trough?" At once the father fulfilled her request. For some reason the girl was not in the house for 2 days, and for another whole day they did not see her. When evening came, they suddenly heard a cry of a little walrus. The father said, "From where is that baby walrus crying? Now then, I will go and look." He went to his daughter's yaranga, and it seemed that the walrus was crying in the polok, the inner room within the tent. He peeped in, and he saw that a just-born little walrus was swimming and crying in the trough which he built. He seized the walrus and killed it. He brought it home and said to his wife, "Here, I have killed a walrus. You prepare the meat and will enjoy eating the young walrus meat." The wife was pleased and started to prepare the meal. She finished, and they began to eat. At that moment the daughter came in. They said to her, "Come, eat with us." She came closer, recognized the meat of the walrus. She said, retreating, "I will not eat the meat of my child," she cried, and went home. She came home, then right away she went to the seashore. She stood at the seashore and cried bitterly. Suddenly, she saw 4 big walruses in the sea. They were swimming directly to her. One of them crawled onto the beach and asked her, "Why are you crying?" The girl answered, "Oh, I came home. My parents were already eating our child. Take me with you forever. Let me come with you. I will live with you. Let me be your wife." The walrus said, "But then my father will scold me." Yet the girl insisted, "Better that we get away from here. You know that my parents ate my child." "Well, if that will please you, let us leave," said the walrus. The 4 walruses formed a line with the girl sitting on the back of her husband. They left directly for the open sea. They swam for several days and nights. They swam for a very long time. Finally, something like a mist appeared in the distance. One could hear a noise, like a cry. It turned out to be the land of the walruses. The husband walrus said to the girl, "Over there, you can see our land. We'll be home soon." A very large piece of dry land appeared, tightly filled with walruses. They swam to the shore, crawled onto it, and walked a long distance among the walruses. When they got to the center of the land, they saw a large herd of walruses. The husband walrus said, "Well, we have finally come home." But there wasn't any sort of house. In the large area, there were only walruses lying close to each other. The old parents of the walrus told their son, "I see that you have brought a foreign girl here. Yet we have told you to marry your own kind. You did not listen, and you married a foreign girl. But now look after her so she will not be hungry. Protect her so that our relatives don't accidentally crush her." And so the girl began to live in the land of the walruses. Her husband brought her mollusks every day. Even though the girl ate them, she soon became very thin. At that time the old walrus said to his son, "The foreign girl will die of hunger here. You must know yourself what kind of food she likes to eat. All the same, let me remind you. Meat of the deer, ringed seal, harbor seal, whale, and walrus, those are her food. You know yourself that you can't kill all of these. You can only kill a young walrus, but then your people will turn away from you." The son remained quiet and looked at the ground. His father talked to him again. "Better take her back her home. She is miserable. You ought to know that she will die here, a foreign daughter. You see how wasted she is." The son agreed. "Yes, it's better to take her back, or else she will die, a poor figure." He told his 3 comrades, "Accompany me once more, we'll take my wife back." Again the foursome left. On the way, the girl said to her husband, "Don't take me home. I don't want to see my parents. I can't live with them. You know that they ate our son. Take me to some place better." Her husband Walrus answered, "All right, that will be possible. I will take you to another village. Before you became my wife, I had married another girl. My father told me to take her home also. I know her family very well, so we'll take you there." "Yes, that's right," replied the girl. "With my rival we will live as friends, and we will remember you our husband." The land appeared. As we swam closer to it, the husband walrus said, "In the beginning, let my friends bring food. When you get there, be the host to my first wife, share your food and eat it together." 2 of the walruses swam away, soon returned with mollusks. The girl walked toward the shore with a supply of food on her back. The 4 walruses swam away. She came to the beach. She saw a large yaranga. She entered, but there was nobody there. The girl said to herself, "Well, it seems I made a mistake. Somebody will come and kill me." There was a lot of deer meat in the yaranga. The girl thought, "If I am to die, I should eat like one does before dying." She began to eat, and for the time being she put her supply aside. Suddenly, she heard steps from the above and a voice. Somebody was saying, "Oh, who is in my yaranga? And what an awful stench! I'll teach that uninvited guest a lesson." The girl looked and saw a brown she-bear enter the yaranga, dragging the 2 wild deer with her. She saw the girl and asked her, "Why did you come to my house, you a human?" The girl answered, "They brought me here from the land of the walruses. There was no other yaranga in sight, so I came here." "Ah, if you would only become my companion." The she-bear said, "You know, I was once married to a walrus." The girl said, "Ah, your past husband then married me. Look, here is my food supply for the road. He told me, 'You eat all of this together with my first wife.'" The she-bear said, "Well, let's eat then. Stay with me forever. You'll be my companion." "Very well," said the girl. "I will live with you forever." Then the she-bear warned, "When I go out hunting, don't be idle. Train yourself to be crafty and strong. Then they won't be able to kill us, and I have many enemies. In the fall they all attack us. Every year they attacked me, and I have become old and I'm afraid that I can't cope with them. They are many, I am only one." The girl said, "Fine, I will develop my strength when you are hunting." The girl began to train herself. Every other day the she-bear tested her. Then one day the she-bear could not keep up with the girl. Yet she told her, "Keep training yourself and learn to run swiftly." Finally, the girl became very strong. She could toss the she-bear up like a feather, and she could run so fast that she could not be overtaken. At that time, the she-bear said, "That's enough. You've become strong. You can't become any stronger. Now you can overcome my enemies for sure." And it happened so. In the fall, they were attacked by a band of men armed with spears. The she-bear said, "You now hide in the thick grass. They will look out for me. They will be attacking from all sides. When I am tired, I'll say, 'Oh, I'm tired,' and then jump, take this whalebone, and kill enemies with it." 3 men were battling with the she-bear for a long time. Finally, the she-bear said, "Oh, I'm tired." There and then, the girl jumped out and killed all of the enemies with a whalebone. And so, the girl saved the she-bear, and the she-bear and the girl remained together. The end.